Hey guys, Justin here. I hope you guys are all having a great weekend. As we always do, this will be our weekly watch list video highlighting the 5 plays of the week that we're watching, as well as a key market breakdown. So with that being said, the 5 plays this week, first one being AMC, second one being Apple, third one being Oxy, fourth one being Tesla, and then the fifth one being XOM. Hope you guys all have a great green week and look forward to trading with those of you on the team on Monday. Thank you. So, getting things started, for those of you who have watched the prior videos, the first thing that I'm going to be doing is going to be breaking down the market. What have we seen within the past week, and then what can we expect to see within the coming week? So, proxy I'm going to continue to use is going to be /NQ, which is going to be the NASDAQ futures. Main reason doing this is because I do trade a lot of tech stocks. They're more heavily weighted within this indice, as do a lot of you from the feedback that I've gotten. So, what we're seeing here on the NASDAQ is we got a very, very nice bounce. Reversal here off of 12,000. Push all the way up into 15,250. So almost a 2,500 point bounce here on the market. So incredibly strong bounce, right? And the past 3 days, we've seen this pull in here. And this is what we want to see in trend moves. Trends cannot continue to the upside without any pullbacks and pull-ins. And that's exactly what we got these past 3 days. What you don't want to see is a reversal, so strong price action on the downside on high abnormal volume. So these pullbacks that we're seeing here in the NASDAQ market are very, very healthy for the market, not something that should cause concern yet, as these are healthy for this trend continuation. We're still in an overall bounce and uptrend structure here. Key that I'm going to be watching is going to be this 15,250 region here. And where does that region come from? That's going to be this bounce level that we got back here at the end of January into early February before we rejected and pushed down to lows here. So breaking this lower low structure here, forming net new highs in a very strong trend structure here. These pull-ins are healthy on lower volume, no abnormal volume. So don't be concerned with these 3 pull-in days. This is very, very healthy for a market. This is what's going to be called digestion. Market participants taking in on this, but the key thing, 15,250 for the upside. Still in a strong uptrend move here. No sign of a reversal from this bounce. So again, looking strong here. 14,800 or 820, holding strong on Friday. Going to be a key level to hold here within the coming week. Trying to form, if you guys can visualize this and try to visualize what could potentially happen here on the NASDAQ, trying to form a cup move here. So if you see we're having this pull in, buyers taking these lows at 14,737, closing up at 14,850. Now let's see if we can get a cup move with a confirmation of a breakout through 15,250 for a push into 15,500 and then a region above at 16,000. So keep this on watch the coming week. Strong structure here still on the NASDAQ market. These pull-ins are going to be very, very healthy for a trend continuation. First play of the week. Going to be one I'm assuming a lot of you guys are watching, and that's going to be AMC. And there's really a twofold setup here on this one that I'm seeing with a lot of potential. There's two setups, as I mentioned. One, below this 2266 level to take this to the downside, puts into this 20 region. You can see we got this gap up here on 328. A lot of momentum, a lot of FOMO buying. I think AMC closed the day up almost 50%. And then we get this huge squeeze up into 35 before we halted and pushed down in a matter of, it was like 3 minutes where we were up to 14% and then we were down to, we were in the red. So watching this one, I do think we can see some downside below 2266. If we do hold that 2266 region, could see a nice cup formation here. So if you guys can visualize this, similar to what I was showing you in the NASDAQ, if we get this push up here, cup formation here, breakout through 2721 with volume, I do think we can see 30 again here on this one. But again, nice bounce here. Sellers taking this. If we do break down to that 2266, look out below. This one can get some momentum to the downside after this big gap up here on 328. Second play was one that's had an incredible run too, right? 11 days in a row in the green for Apple, and we're pulling back. And this is a healthy digestion move. You can't have something trading 11 days in a row and not expect it to pull back some. and that's what the market's doing as well. And obviously, Apple makes up a huge component of the NASDAQ market, which is why it is pulling back as well. But looking strong here, still in a strong trend structure. We're reversing from this downtrend structure that we did have, pushing up here into highs. Really what I want to see is a breakout through 179.39. And that's where we have a lot of congestion here. We have a lot of movement in between this 177 region up into 180, which creates a lot of support and resistances above on the daily chart. But I do think if we can get a move through 179.39 with volume, we can push through up into this 181.21 region and then into highs here this week on 183. Obviously, also, if the NASDAQ does form that cup formation that we were mentioning, that is going to help this setup as well, as Apple is heavily weighted within that sector. And as that market moves, Apple will benefit as well. But again, watching through that 179.39 region for the coming week on this one. Oxy. This is another one that's had an incredible year from $21 all the way up to $63. Very, very strong here. Crude oil still holding up on crude oil prices. What we're trying to see here is we're getting this uptrend move into a basing formation here, which is a lot better of a setup than a breakdown. A base formation here, trying to find lows here at 57.63. You can see we closed with some strength on Friday, up 2.41%. Really what I'm watching for on this one is this move through 60, and that's where we're going to see this rejection here on 325, also rejection here before pushing down on 324. So bounce move through 60 here. I do think we can test up into the 62.34 region and potential for all-time highs, or 52-week highs, excuse me, on this one in the coming weeks. So forming this basing formation, let's watch for a breakout of this base formation through this 60 region with volume. Really liking this setup to the upside here within the coming week. I do think we can see that 63.24 region if we do get high volume on that 60 breakout. The fourth play of the week, Tesla. I'm sure a lot of you have this one on watch as well. Has been a little stagnant here these past 4 days, but we're still maintaining this uptrend structure here after this gap up on 328. See this big gap up, market digesting this move, holding this support here at 1,070, which is going to be key here. If we break down of this 1,070 region, we do have a gap to fill back down into 1,020 area. So really last resort, want this 1,070 region to hold up. We're trying to form a cup move on this one also. Through 1117 or 1116, we'll be eyeing this one closely in the coming week to scalp this move up into 1134 potential. We'll be on close watch here. Has to hold this 1070 region. Curl up here through 1117, scalp this move into that 1134 region intraday. So Tesla trying to set up here, holding that 1070 daily chart still intact. Nice uptrend move here. Lower volume pullback here, so you can see we're trading 67% of the normal volume, which is very, very healthy on pull-ins. You don't want high volume on pull-ins or consolidation, and that's exactly what we're getting here on Tesla. Last play of the week, another one in the oil sector, as the oil stocks have had a lot of strength here lately. You can see earlier in February, we got this cup formation to a cup breakout into all-time highs at the beginning of March. Now we're forming a basing structure, which you can expect to see as the sector is forming a base structure that I showed you with Oxy. Really what I'm watching for this one is a move through 84.13, and that's where a lot of this congestion has started, and that's also where we broke out here on 3.4 before this really quick move from 83 up into almost 92. So if we can get a move through this 83, 84 region here, I do think we can test back up into this 86.34 region, forming a basing structure here, just waiting on a breakout through this 84 region to push to the upside. That being said, that wraps up our weekly watch list video for the week. If you did enjoy this video, if you could give it a thumbs up and subscribe, it would be greatly appreciated. If you are interested in getting our course alerts and more, feel free to check out Simplified-Investing.com today. We would love to have you guys on board. Hope you guys all have a great weekend. And again, look forward to trading with those of you on the team on Monday. Thank you.